Now this is what the end of my day looks like today. Let me first take you back to my morning.
How's your morning going so far?
Good. I'm up around $1,500. I'm in 2 positions in about 5 minutes, so not bad.
So how's your year been so far trading?
I would say it's been definitely a more challenging year compared to last year. I think just the opportunities I look for specifically in the market are just a little harder to find. But at the end of the day, that's how trading is. You'll have very good years and, arguably like worse years, but I've been so focused on kind of other aspects of what I'm doing outside of trading. However, it's still going well considering. Into your world. This is like one of the only places you can live where you'll just be out grabbing Starbucks and they're filming like a show or movie or car commercial. It's pretty cool.
So why'd you move from Portland, Maine to Malibu?
Yeah, so I don't know what it is, but I keep ending up back in California. Honestly, the biggest reason was just an opportunity cost, the lack of opportunity living in Maine. And then I just hated the weather. So being here in Malibu, it's like night and day when it comes to essentially everything that Portland is missing. Like there's pros and cons to every place you're gonna live, but again, it's just kind of comes down to optimizing my life and, finding the most opportunity in any situation.
So what does the typical day in the life look like out here in Malibu for you?
Yeah, so I wake up anywhere between 5:30, hop on my computer, I send out a pre-market watch list covering 3-4 stocks that I'm going to be keeping an eye on throughout the day, send that out to the mentorship group, make breakfast, market opens at 6:30, I'll trade for about an hour, and then after that I'll go hit the gym. And right now, like I said, because I have a lot going on, I'm kind of spinning a lot of plates, if you will. My day every day is different, which is great, and that's one thing I love. Every day is different. I'm trading every day no matter what, but not really spending any more than 2 hours actually active on the market. So, spend time for emails, calls in the morning, and then I'll do some coaching. Every week I have an hour to 2 hour live coaching call with some of my students that I'm working more interpersonally with. And then if I'm actually putting on trades myself within my personal account, I'll go ahead and call that trade out to the group. I try to keep my day pretty structured. No matter what, I'm always working out. That's something I need, whether that is in the morning or in the afternoon. I'm trading every day. I'm always working with my students, like I said, in the mentorship, and then I'm just trying to enjoy life. It's hard for me to really find balance. That's something I've struggled with that I'm still working on. But going out, going surfing, playing golf, these are things that you need in your life, especially if you're really into something like me. I could sit on my computer all day, I could trade, I could teach people how to trade, I could work on the company, but you need to have that work-life balance. And so I'm finding that more out here than I was in Portland, especially not being in an office. Not having to go to the office every morning has allowed me to find so much more time to do other stuff that I enjoy outside of just work. Although I will admit, like weekends, I still get bored on the weekend because without the market being open, it's just like something is missing in my life. And so I'm still trying to figure out what to do with my weekends.
Can you describe your trading style in a little more detail?
Yeah, so I like calling myself a trend trader. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm looking at a trend, trying to capitalize on a more short-term movement, so typically holding positions between 3 to 5 days. Within that trend, I'm looking at patterns, and within those patterns, using moving averages as a reference point. Combined with my software, I'm able to then figure out, what direction I want to play a stock, and then the setup specific to that chart, whatever is presented from a technical perspective. So, if I see a setup that I have from backtesting an 80-90% win rate on, I'll just increase size. As I mentioned, that's kind of why I have like varying size, so I can really squeeze the most out of my system as a whole as far as profits go.
So then I'm curious, how much are you trading with this year?
So I actually increased my account size to $500,000 at the beginning of this year. So 500K in the account, and my sizing is anywhere between 5 to 10%. Again, depending on kind of the setup and the expectancy behind that setup itself that I'm trading.
How does that feel to be helping so many
Yeah, I think this year I put a lot of emphasis and time into really coaching and kind of being the best mentor I can be. And I've seen that have, a huge impact. The more time I put in, the more success my students have, receiving texts on a daily basis from, people that I've helped, worked with, seeing how much they've made, seeing how, at the end of the day, not everyone succeeds. There is a small percentage of people that succeed trading, but I think I'm seriously gonna flip that percentage, and it's just been really rewarding. And again, it's the deeper meaning in what I do. It gives me more purpose when I see how much I'm actually helping people succeed through trading.
That's awesome.
Yeah. As traders, we have to constantly continue adapting to the market. And so last year I worked with some veterans who, these guys have been in the game trading their entire life, and I've taken pieces from, what they've taught me and applied that to my own system as a whole. I'm never at a point where I'm content with my trading. I'm constantly pushing myself and trying to become what I think of as being the best trader out there. I think that's a very ambitious goal, to be one of the best traders of all time. I think I'm years and years and years away from getting there, but that's one of my goals. At the end of the day, I love trading. I'm passionate about it. It's not always going to be my main focus. From month to month or year to year, my focus will be directed in other places and it won't be number one. But I think at the end of the day, it's something that I'll always do, and I'll always strive to become the very best in.
So the market's about to close. How are your positions doing?
So right now I am up about 3.5K on the day. And so I'm gonna end up holding ANF and SQ for another day or two. Potential profit between the both of them is around $8,500. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. The market is green today, as I just mentioned. And so hopefully we'll end up getting that follow through, stick to my trade plan per usual. We'll hit our targets and I'll lock in about 8,000 profit. I think at the end of the day, if you see that your coach, teacher, mentor is actually successful in what they're instructing you to do, you build that inner confidence. You see that it's possible. You see that that can be your reality if you apply exactly what they teach. And I don't just teach, I actually show and I do. So I'm active in the market trading myself. When I'm putting on my positions, I'm calling that out to my group. So, my students see my entries, they see my exits, they may decide to join and follow along and, essentially copy that exact same position, and then I'm either making or losing money. So at the end of the day, there's no faking that. It's just full transparency, and people really appreciate that.
So where should someone go if they want to learn more?
So you can go to thedailytraders.com or click the first link in the description below, or follow me on Instagram and shoot me a message, and you can learn more about my mentorship group and then actually apply if that's of interest.
Do you have any last words of inspiration or advice for anyone out there?
I always overthink this question, and I try to come up with this super inspirational punchline to deliver. But I think of at the end of the day, my journey, my story up to this point, a lot of it being documented on this channel. You guys get to see me grow, mature, become a better person every day, every week, every month, every year. If you can even take away one little thing from, one video, one little thing from 10 of the videos we post, Will behind the camera filming this, me spending hours and hours and hours coaching and trading and just trying to become a better coach and trader myself, everyone behind the scenes, we're doing this to help you guys. And that would just mean the world to us if we actually knew that you were gaining value from this, what we're putting out there, what we're working so hard to really produce this content at the end of the day. So if you guys want to see any other content, or if you're enjoying this, just drop a comment below, and we just want to help you guys. So the more you share, the more we get your feedback on content and how we could further help you. We're just gonna all grow together, because that's what this is about. It's about growing, becoming better people, and making money trading in the stock market. That's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Later.